Are not. We are live, brother.
What is shaking, man?
Oh man, oh man! I was taking out the biker pants, the chaps out of the closet. Yeah. A little drafty in the back, but we're good.
Which closet? Which closet are you kicking the door off of, buddy?
It's the walk-in closet, my friend.
Right on. I love it. I love it. So, what have you been up to since we talked last?
Well, since we talked last, it has been work and work. I had the grandkids come over. Other than that, just enjoying life, man. Realizing that getting up every morning is a chore and it is a painful process. Amongst other things, this old age is not for the weak, my friend. It is not for the
It's
weak.
not. It's not. You know, I remember when I could jump out of bed, run to the bathroom, grab a shower, and I was good to go. Now, as I jump out of the bed, I got to sit back down and catch my breath, and then I walk very gentlemanly into the bathroom.
Yeah.
You gotta love it, dude. You gotta love it. I mean, but like you said, you know, this old age thing, it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak of heart. It's one of those things that you got to experience.
Absolutely.
You know what? I'd like to take you back a couple of decades.
All right.
I'd like to take you back to 1971. Now, 1971, my hair was one color, and I didn't have anything on my face, but there's a top 10 list of the V8 powerhouses for pickup trucks.
Oh, pickup trucks.
Now, remember, we'd had this conversation about vehicles in general, and the body styles and personality. And these trucks that we're going to talk about in the next minute are actually these trucks. Once you saw them coming down the road, two things happened. Number one, you got out of the way because these trucks they will eat you. I mean, I don't even think they would bump if they hit you. Well, maybe one would, but not really a truck. So we'll actually start with number 10. We'll go to the top. And number 10 was the Dodge Ram Charger, 1971 Dodge Ram Charger.
Nice.
Now this
truck, Pumpkin Girl.
Hi, Pumpkin Girl. Mud Lover says hi. Mud Lover's actually the pilot right now.
Nice.
We are in an undisclosed location. I'm not really sure where we are. So 1971 was that Ram Charger that actually it was an SUV before SUVs actually started. They call it a utility truck.
Oh, wow.
These trucks actually were one of the ones that you could actually cruise around in and take the top off. Now, not taking your top off, the top of the truck off, the back.
A Dodge Charger utility wagon. Let's see.
1974. So, which was kind of interesting. Let's see. Very, and the words of whoever wrote this was a very adventurous 4x4 for the work site and trails.
Oh, got
So,
you.
I would love to have. I would love to have one of those. I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Oh,
The
yeah.
next, the
You
next
can
one,
see, you still see some of those on the road, and even to this date, they're a beast. They're a beast.
heck yeah. And those are bulletproof. Those old Dodge, that 318, that 360, those things are friggin' bulletproof.
Yeah.
Bulletproof. So the next one on our list is one that I really don't agree with in the pickup truck family. Now, in this, I like this car. I don't like the newer body style, but this is a 1971 Chevrolet El Camino. Now, remember, this is the 71. So it's the bigger body. It's not that little 80s body. This is a bigger body.
Yeah, these are the ones. Yeah, these are the ones that the people with the SS, not El Camino, but the Chevelles.
No.
And not Chevelles, the other one. It starts with the M. Malibu. They would buy these for parts. Yes, I have seen that in the past.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah, the whole front end is removable, interchangeable.
Well, you know what? I think a lot of those cars should be that way. It would make your life that much easier. That much. We are just now passing a baseball stadium. Kansas City Royals. Oh,
nice.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, dang it! I wasn't supposed to say anything. Anyway, the next one is a 1971, and I'm going to call it by another name and see if you know what it is. It's a 1971 corn binder.
Corn binder. Hold on, I'm cheating right now. Hold on.
Ya?
Oh yeah, I've got you. Corn binder. Pumpkin Girl, would you happen to know what a 1971 corn binder is? Oh, not the International.
You know what? Oh, yeah. International pickup truck.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Buddy. Now, this one was actually the Scout 2. So, it was, again, that SUV look. You could take the top off of this thing. This vehicle was actually in direct competition with a Jeep.
Really?
Yes, and they were about the same length and the same size.
The Harvester Scout. Yes, the Harvester Scout. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This one, nice. And the one thing about these is, like I said, they were direct competition with not only the CJ, but that early Ford Bronco as well.
Gotcha.
So that was pretty interesting.
I hardly ever see any of the Harvesters around, but those are sweet.
And they are few and far between.
Yeah.
They are one of those ones that if you see it, you know exactly what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's exactly. So the next one you cannot deny is
Pumpkin Girl's 1970 Chevelle root beer brown. Tuck and roll seats. Man, what I wouldn't give to have her first car right now, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, no kidding, right? No kidding. They are beautiful, beautiful cars. And like I said, those cars had personality. Nothing but personality.
Absolutely.
So after that, the next one in this, oh shoot, I just lost every bit of my stuff. Stand by one.
Number one fad in 1971, Max. Can you take a wild guess?
71 fads. No, sir.
Bell
What was
bottom jeans. The angel flight collars with the bell bottom jeans.
That's right. That is
Platform
exactly.
shoes with
Oh my
goldfish in them.
gosh. In the heels, bro.
Goldfish in the
In the,
heels.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. I can't even. I remember seeing that stuff in some of the old disco movies, like
Yeah,
Saturday Night Live.
there was
Um,
there was a spinoff called "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker,"
Sucker.
and they had a old. I don't know if you could say this online. Uh, he was the what's it called? He was the manager for the oldest profession in the world.
Oh, a businessman.
Yes, he was a businessman of the oldest profession in the world, and he had this big old hat with his angel flight bell bottom, velvet pants, and platform shoes with goldfish on the bottom. It was
Oh
going to
my
be
gosh.
just like it was.
Oh my. And you know what? So what the funny thing about that stuff is looking back on the from now to where that was then, it is
Oh,
just comedy.
oh
But
man,
the other side of that is that's how they live their life.
yeah.
It was just the way it was and the way Now if you ever watched
Please
if
proceed to the highlighted route.
if you've ever watched Dave Chappelle,
Oh yeah.
he does some of that stuff and just crack me up. Just cracked me up. So let's go to the next truck, which is a 1971 F 350. I think you might be kind of have a clue to that kind of a truck. That 71, that's okay. The 71 for F350 was an interesting truck. Now remember, these trucks, they were never built for comfort, but I'll tell you what, they'd pull a tree off the side of a hill and not even
Oh
blink.
yeah. The 1971
Not
350
even
also had the one of the four doors, the first four doors. I don't know if it was the first, but it had four. One of them, one of the models had the four doors. Oh yeah, oh yeah, beautiful truck.
Wow, I did not know that.
As a matter of fact, you're cutting a little bit in and out, but my father had a 1971 F-150 with the red and white, and I remember them days. I remember them very well, where he put a camper on the back, and remember these were different times, and he's no longer on this planet. He would put all the kids in the back so that they'd go having a couple of refreshments while they drive. And yeah, it was a different time back then.
Well, different time you talk about that. Talk about riding in the back of the truck on a mattress and just going to the beach or whatever. That was primary destination stuff.
Oh yeah,
It might have been final destination for some people.
absolutely.
But it was one of those things where that's just the way it was. The way it was.
In all honesty, back then we looked forward to piling into the back of the truck in the camper. We looked forward to, and I hate to put it like this, but we looked forward to them drinking and driving back then so that they could stop at the store and we could buy candy, or they'd buy us candy because they just wanted to shut us up. And
Exactly.
times are different, but it was a thing back then.
Well, you know what? I understand the safety aspect of it. I really do. But you know what? There were some good times. There were some
Absolutely.
really good times. Going to the movies, just driving around. We would go from one place to the other, just jump in the back of the truck. Are you kidding me? That was the best. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
the best. And that whole time, that's just the way it was,
Yeah.
So going to the next truck is a 1971 Jeep Gladiator, which was actually called the J10. And it came with a V8.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
And again, it's a Jeep, so it's got that four-wheel drive. It's built for four-wheel drive.
Oh, yeah.
And those trucks, again, and I keep going back to it. You could work on this truck. You could actually ride it was just so much fun. You knew that this truck was what this truck was.
Yeah. You knew it was going to get you home.
That's right, exactly. And you could still put about $10 worth of gas in there, and there wasn't a problem.
Those were good times.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We
Pumpkin Girl stayed to drive her aunt Chevy Impala around at 12 years old, and that was not uncommon. That was not uncommon. Heaven forbid that my mom and dad took off on the truck and left one of the car keys at home, because we would take turns driving all over. And it didn't matter how old you were. If you couldn't reach the gas pedal, you would get your little sister to get down there, and she would push the skinny one or the fat one to stop.
Exactly. And that's the way it was. And that's just the way it was.
Yeah, it was.
And we were doing so anyway, so let's go 1971 Chevrolet C20 Longhorn.
Chevy.
These were Longhorn.
Longhorn. Let's see. Oh yeah, those are still all over the road today. Collector's editions at that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful truck.
1971 GMC. Now remember, GMC, Chevy, and Ford were the three big dogs.
Yes, sir.
Dodge was in there a little bit, but it was Chevy and Ford fight, and I think it's always been at that point a Chevy and Ford fight.
Yeah.
But let's see, what's the next one we got? That's 71 GMC CK series, which had the primary platform of the Chevy GMC trucks. So they just swapped names and badges for the most part.
Yeah, and the front end.
That's exactly what they did. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Next one would be that 71 Dodge D100 Sweep Line. Square body. Big old mug up front. And it was again, I'm a Dodge guy. I've always liked Dodges. If I could find something. Go ahead.
I used to have one.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah. I believe mine was more like a 73. It didn't have the round hood. It had the sunk-in hood, four-wheel drive. I mean, that thing was a beast. It was a beast. And what had happened is me and my brother had a cement company, God rest his soul. And I had bought a little Toyota pickup as a work truck, and we went out there and we were hiring some guys off the street, and he drove up in this Dodge, and he couldn't afford gas, so we traded straight across.
See, that's the best. the best.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know, that was just good stuff, man. And
Yeah.
it was just one of those things that, yeah, you look back and you're like, you know what, that was the best. That was good stuff. And the bad thing about it is, like we talked about, people nowadays don't know about this stuff.
Yeah.
They do not know anything about it. And it was, yeah, that's good stuff, man. And we'll never have that back again. We will never have
Unfortunately,
that
yeah.
back.
Unfortunately, I don't see that coming back. There are so many people out to scam you that you can't really make a deal by shaking somebody's hand no more and really be confident that you got their word and that they got yours, unless he's an old guy like us. And
Right?
you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It,
In fact, I just went through that with a buddy of mine. I had actually had a Jeep for sale, and I sold a buddy of mine needed something, and I really wasn't ready to sell it, but he needed it, and we made it happen. You know, so that's just what you got to do.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So,
absolutely.
so anyway, we'll go. We have the last two that are on here. That Ford F100, clearly in second place. It's a square truck,
Yeah.
and they came with actually that 300 cubic inch friggin' 6-cylinder the Ford make. That's bulletproof.
Yeah.
They're
Yep.
bulletproof, you know. And the
The
number one, go ahead.
the back in the old days, the 1971s, I remember they were in style, but a lot of people wouldn't customize them because back then, if they heated up the springs like they used to do with just about every lowrider in every car, the Ford F100 specifically, front tires would butterfly, and they couldn't
really?
get them. They could not get them to lower down straight, so they stopped. I mean, you had a couple that were out there that they had money to invest to actually do
Sure.
it. But
Right.
you know, as kids in high school, we used to just heat the springs up, and that was our lowrider.
That's it.
So, you know, and
Exactly.
we seen a couple of them that were butterflied, and nobody else decided to do that because it was just too much money into
Oh,
doing that.
And you know the hard part about that is once you get to that point, it's hard to come back unless you have another wreck truck somewhere.
Exactly.
You know, and you're
Exactly.
actually able to do that work. I don't know how many times I had to do stupid stuff like that on my back, trying to push. Oh yeah, yeah. It just and you know these guys that do this work, man. Nowadays they got lifts and they got all the right tools and they got
Oh
all
yeah.
that stuff that I just never had.
You and me both.
The number one, 1971 top 10 was a 1971. You still see them around. That C10 Chevy pickup truck,
Yeah.
which that truck is so iconic and such a beautiful truck. And my brother-in-law had one of those stock to the bone,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, it was an incredible truck.
I love the
Just
two tones that they came out with back then. With the color on top, the white stripe down the center, the orange, the greens,
Yep.
even the tans. They were just amazing trucks,
Yes,
man.
sir.
They had character.
Absolutely. They did. You know, and it's funny. It's like we could talk about that all day long. As I'm looking on the interstate here, all these cars look alike. All the trucks look alike. You know, you can't get out there and that's a 70 C10 or that's a 71 Dodge. Yeah, no, it's some sort of Chevy. It's some sort of Ford. I'm not really sure.
When you're on the freeway and you see a 1971 drive by or a 70 or a 69, you know exactly what it is.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. So that's our top 10 list for those trucks.
Yes, sir. My brother Jaime is on. What's up, Jaime? That's because it's a Chevy. Now, let me give you a little rundown with my brother. I believe my brother has all Chevys, a 1939, a 1952, and he has one more. They're all custom. They're all beautiful, beautiful cars, show winners. I don't know what your last one is, Jaime. Post it. What year is that? And I know it has that pointy front grille with the exterior lights, but yeah, that right there, Max. That right. It's a 1941 Chevy convertible.
Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah,
beautiful car. Beautiful car. And those are the cars. Like I said, man, you just are incredible.
Personality, man. Personality.
Definitely. I tell you, you know what? I hate to do this. We're having a lot of technical difficulties on my end this evening. And, you know, it's just the way it is when you're traveling. So
no worries.
If you want to run through your list real quick, and
I absolutely do. My top 10, starting at number 10, was dance crazes, novelty crazes. People were discoing. There was a lot of crazy fads in 1971.
Yes,
the roller skating culture came into play. Do you remember those? I believe they used to call them the Fabulous Thunderbirds. Was it? Was it the females that used to roller skate and they just used to pulverize each other?
Beat the heck out of each other. Yes, sir, they did.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember watching that. They would do the elbows to just elbows to all over. And
yes, sir. Yes, sir. They exactly did. And
number 8.
One of those things. Go ahead.
Number 8, the Weebles Wobbles, but they don't fall down craze. That's when they barely came into pop culture. Everybody started collecting them. Roller derby. That's what it was, Jaime. You're right. Roller derby.
Roller derby. There you go. Thanks, Jaime.
And then the beanbag chairs and macrame decor. This is 1971. You got to remember there was incense burning in the back. The beads hanging instead of doors. They had the lava lamps going off, and then the wacky tobacco smoke going everywhere. That was 1971.
Yes, sir.
Early disco culture.
Yep, you are exactly correct.
Culture. Yes, sir. Shiny fabrics, bold outfits, and going on the dance floor. They had glam rock. Glam rock. This is when rock and roll started really taking off. The androgynous fashions, where all the guys started looking like girls and long hairs and streakers.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. A lot of that political stuff would come out when the streakers rolled out.
Yeah. Maxi dresses, boho fashion, basically hippies, brother. Peace.
Yes, sir.
We had platform shoes, tie-dye clothing. Still one of my favorites, tie-dyes. I'm a hippie by heart.
Well, you know what's funny is Mud Lover is a huge. She's a hippie. She's my hippie. She likes tie-dye, but it's a rarity if we're at home that she's got shoes on.
Ah, there you go. Well, that's grounding, brother. Come on now.
That's it.
She's a spiritual lady. You got to be barefoot half the time in order to make sure you know what's going on. And then the top 10 slang words, really quick.
Go ahead.
Groovy, man.
Yes, sir. Groovy.
Top 10. Groovy. Far out. Out of sight.
Out of sight.
Right on. You can dig it. Or can you dig it? There you go. Not you can dig it.
That's it.
Bummer.
Can you dig it?
Bummer. Funky. Boogie. Boogie. I still laugh at that one. I'm sorry. I got my 5-year-old sense of humor. And then the Streaker song. Oh, my dad loved that song. He did. Oh, yes, they called him the Streak. Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Ray
Don't knock my
Stevens.
Soho fashion.
Ray Stevens.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah, buddy. He made that stuff happen. He definitely made that happen.
Yeah, things were different in the 71s.
It was definitely. It was a whole different time, and we'll never be back.
No. Jive turkey.
Jive, that's right. A bunch of
Yeah.
jive turkeys.
Yeah, those were good times, man. Those were good times. And you know what? It's okay because progression is the thing, man. Looking back in the 70s, even though it was a good time, even though it was a wholesome time, man, I would not trade my life today for any other life in the past, man, because today I have Pumpkin Girl by my side. We've got life rolling, man. We're happy, we're joyous, we're enjoying every minute that we're on this planet.
You have to. You have to. We got to go forward because going backwards is not a win.
Absolutely. And we got friends that love us, man. So with that being said, brother, with that being said,
I do appreciate you, and I'm sorry that we got to go. I just hope for everybody just to be good humans. And Doc, take us home.
Remember to love each other. Remember to be kind. This world is only what we make it today. With that being said, we love everybody. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing. We will be full hour next week. I will be on a secret location. Max will be at home.
Exactly. So again, I appreciate your time. You guys be safe, and thanks for dropping by. Be good.
Love you guys. Drive safe.
All right, brother. All right, thanks, brother. Peace.
All right.
Nothing but.
We're still live.